Yo. Let me fix the microphone. Hang on. Oh. Technical difficulties, but we're back. Welcome back to another stream. This is going to be a quick stream. I've been super busy this past week, doing various different things, but been working on the 2D game engine kind of off camera and stuff. Let me send this text real quick. I just ate and I'm literally so tired. There's gonna be an extremely short stream, probably a little less than an hour. But just gotta kind of do a Leetcode problem here, and we'll do the daily problem and kind of show off kind of what I've been doing. It's not a lot, but I have been pretty busy. Ooh. Take a look at this problem. So started with this, but let's play some music. I have a meeting in less than an hour, so I thought I'd jump into quick stream because I'm doing something a little later. Sometimes it's hard to make time, but let's quickly play some music. Okay, there we go. All right. So a squared triple ABC is a triple where AB and C are integers, and A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. Give an integer n, return the number of squared triples such that 1 is less than or equal to A, B, C is less than or equal to n. 1 is less than or equal to A. A squared triple ABC is a triple where A, B, C are integers, and A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. So C has to be less than n. But 1 has to be less than or equal to A. So it has to be greater than 1. So let's think about this. Really has to be between 1 and n, right? So let's think about it, right? 2 squared plus 2 squared is not equal to 2 squared. So really what we'd have to do is I think we'd start C from the top n, and where would we start B? Let's do private. So like int A is we can start at 1, right? Int B for now can be something, right? Just leave it for 1 for now. Int C can be, has to be less than or equal to n. So for now we can make it equal to n, but we're not able to do that here. So let's move this up here. Let's grab this. Let's see here. We're gonna have to do a while loop here. So I think we want to keep going, right, until. So while A is less than n, right? Because once they're equal to each other, there's no way that it works, right? While A, is less than C, right? We're gonna do in first is equal to what? A times A plus B times B. In second is equal to C times C, right? And we're gonna check, well, if first is equal to second, then we're gonna increase our res by 1. So let's do res plus or equal to 1. We're gonna return our res here. We need to define res, so let's define res over here. And then what do we want to do? We want to increase A, and we want to decrease C. All right. Now we just have to figure out what we want to do with B, because B can be. Looks like I assume here B has to be in between. Let's see here. Let's have a look at this formula here. Oh, dude. Ooh. Let's see what this enumeration. I'm trying to think here. Well, A is less than C. Could B just be the same and we just increase B? I don't think this will work, but let's take a look. We're getting 0. Res plus or equal to 1. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. Man. Oh, bro. I think there's a better way we can do this. Let's see. Maybe we can go 4 and C is equal to 1. C is less than N. C++. And we can go like in C2 is equal to C times C. Let's call it C God. C res, that's better. All right, we can then go 4 int A is equal to 1. Right, because 1 has to be here. A is less than, has to be less than C, right? A is less than C. A plus plus. Then we go And we can maybe like calculate B from here. Calculate B from here. I don't know. C res is equal to A times A. What are you working on? I'm working on a game engine right now. Just doing the daily LeetCode problem, but appreciate the message, bro. Yeah, I'm working on a game engine right now in C++. I literally just begun. Right now I'm writing the abstraction for the window class, so it's kind of what I'm working on right now. So, yeah. So obviously we have to check that B is in range, right? So to do that, let's call this B res, right? We can call this int B is equal to the square root of B res. Ooh, Unreal Game Engine? What game are you making? No, I'm making my own game engine. Like, I'm not making a game, I'm actually designing the game engine. Like my own game engine to build a game from. It's a simple one though, it's nothing like Unreal Engine or anything like that. Ugh. So I think we'd have to check if B is less than N. Oh, very complex. Wish you the best. Yeah, thank you, bro. I'm learning a lot. So, yeah. B is less than N. B has to be greater than 0. And calculating B. B is technically C in this case, right? Yeah, because C res plus that. B times B is equal to... Bro, this is a confusing problem. And B times B... No, B res, that is... Hang on. Res? I believe we count by 1. Let's see if this works. Oh, this should be double equals. Whoops. Fuck. B is less than N, and B is greater than 0, and B times B is equal to B res, being increased by res. I believe this should work, dude. Not work. Oh, we are. Okay, so it is. So we're missing something. We are getting a 1 though, so it does. So we're calculating B res, right, which is technically C in this case, but then we take the square root of B res, because that gives us B, and then we check. I don't know. I'm not sure, dude. I think I got it roughly right. Hang on, let's go Claude. What am I missing here? I'm not sure what I'm missing. I feel like this is how your calculation would be. You're computing it incorrectly based on Pythagorean theorem. Oh, bro, yes. This should be a minus, right? This should be a minus. Nope. C res minus A times A. B is less than C. What am I doing? B is less than N. What, this should be B is less than C. B is greater than 0. B times B is B res. That is B res. C res is A times A, B squared, C squared. So yeah, this should be correct. I just don't really know what I'm missing here. Still getting it incorrect. Maybe this doesn't work. Let's see. I'm not sure, Claude. Help me. Less than or equal to N. This should be less than or equal to N. This should be. Alright, bro. Okay. We had the right idea, just a few miscalculations, but C can be less than or equal to N, right? Because we see it here. So that's an obvious mistake right there. Then we have B is less than or equal to C, right? So B can be equal to C as well. So according to this condition here. So that was an interesting problem. Hopefully that passes, but yeah. That was an interesting problem, but I can't prove it. Yeah, interesting. Okay, let's take a look at the game engine now. So, I believe what I began was I was initializing GLFW. So we did get that. So we initialize it here in our constructor, and here in our destructor, we have to pull up the documentation, GLFW documentation, to figure out how to destroy it. I think it's GLFW terminate, which is right here. Guess we should check if the current window is open. I guess in this case the object wouldn't. I think we have to check if the window is open before we destroy. I believe. GLFW gives us some boilerplate code here too. So we have our window here, our title. So we probably check. So if window, then we call this Right. Let's see, do we have GLFW? So we do need a GLFW window pointer. So GLFW window pointer window. Yeah. We also need a window here. If window GLFW terminate. Right, inside the constructor, we probably want to int W, int H, stood string title, and we want a, I think that's it, right? Yeah, with height string title, right? So what's I guess this is m underscore width, m underscore height, m underscore title, m underscore width W. M underscore height. Whoops, what did I just see? No. Make them private now. Probably. I haven't really kind of got to that yet, but most likely let's do this. M underscore title is title. Kind of reading some boilerplate code right now, but yeah, we probably want to make it private. Yeah, you're right, I think. Let's put this down here. Rid of this stuff. We probably want, I don't know what sort of functions we would want. I don't even know if maybe we need anything, but let's see here. That's who is documentation. Glue in it. I guess we'd want to set our window to be null pointer too. So we need m underscore window to be null pointer. I believe we need this here. Is that our issue? GLFW window pointer window. What would that be? That would be null pointer. Dude. I guess we wouldn't even need that actually. When I'm passing as null pointer, so yeah, we wouldn't need that. What am I doing? MS1 is a non-static data member based class of maxfish window. What are you talking about? Oh, m underscore window. No semicolon needed at the end of the initialization list. Oh yeah, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Okay, so we got the we initialize it, right? What do we want to do now? We want to create the window, right? So to create the window, we would go window is equal to glfw create window. Pass in not m underscore m underscore width, m underscore height, underscore title, null. Yeah, I'm just gonna copy it from over here. Title is a null, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look up what these exactly are. GLFW create window could not be found. Is it GLFW create window? I'm not sure. This will be m underscore window. Whoops, m underscore window. Oh, we spelt it wrong. Window. GLF monitor share. Okay, I think that would be just null, but m underscore window. M underscore title, no pseudo understood string the const char pointer. Ooh, should we just make it a const char pointer? I guess we can just C string it, right? So m underscore title dot C underscore string. Looks good. Okay. So this creates the window. I guess we probably want to error check this. M underscore title C string works. Appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see here. We probably want to check if the window was created, right? Do some error checking here. So if m underscore window, we can md underscore core critical, glfw failed to create window. I honestly don't really know what I'm doing when I'm putting together this game engine. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you have to abstract it in a certain way. But I don't know if I should make it a specific method or leaving this in constructor is fine. I don't really know, to be honest. But we will kind of do our own implementation, and then we'll kind of watch Chono's video, kind of go from where he's doing. I just don't want to be like stuck watching his video the whole time. I don't feel like I learn as much unless I do it on my own, right? Unless I'm making my own abstraction. I guess here we'd need to call, looks like in the documentation, we would call glfw terminate here. They return -1, but we don't need that actually. This is in the main method, so no, that's okay. If you're doing it for personal enrichment, then I think it's fine to make your own decisions. Yeah, no, I agree. I just this is my first ever game engine I'm putting together, so honestly I'm not really 100% sure how to think about putting it together. I don't know if, you know, there's specific ways. I don't know. I'm just kind of learning as I'm going, so but now we have to make the context current, it looks like here, so let's do that. There's probably a standard to follow, but doing it for yourself, you don't have to follow one as you're learning. Yeah, that's true. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate your comments. glfw make context current window. Sorry, mine is m_window. My bad. m_window. Then we want, what do we want to do here? So this is the render loop here. We obviously don't have that yet. We haven't made that yet. So I think this is all we would need. If I'm just going to left W terminate. I don't know if we would need anything else, to be honest. Not really sure. Kind of what our window class wants to have. I've got kind of an idea here. So here's a comment to add poll events and swap buffers, but I'm not really fully sure what this is. Poll events. I think this would be for my event. No, maybe not. Let's take a look here. Poll events. What is this? This must be for events, maybe? I have no idea, bro. Poll events. Oh. G_W. Oh, shit. G_W poll events. Process all pending events. This function processes only the events that are already in the event queue and then returns immediately. Processing events will close the window. Help with this on the screen here. Holy shit, dude. Shit's bright, bro. Shit's bright. Okay. Okay. That's some platforms. Does gleft terminate deallocate the _window data for you? You may need to delete it or something. You gleft destroy window. Yeah, I did see that. I'm not really too sure. That's kind of why I'm going through the documentation, but you could be right. I think you are. I think we maybe have to destroy the window and then terminate, I think. You could be right. So maybe it's gleft destroy window. m_window. It's this here. I guess we can. Yeah, let's go core _info. Destroyed gleft_w window. Why is this not liking it? Identified destroyed is undefined. Oh, whoops. What am I doing here? We need a, I think this is maybe the way to go about it. Let's keep going back here. Where is my thing here? gleft_w window reference. Okay. Process the events that are already in the event queue. Okay, so this is from my event system. Windows resize on your operational calls the event for system to block. I've made something similar in C++ with SDL2 instead of OpenGL, and that seems consistent between them. Okay. Sweet. Thank you, bro. Thanks for your comments. I'm not really sure how we're gonna do the event system, and I'm not really sure kind of how to think about the event system, to be honest. Event processor is not required for joystick input to work. Event processing. After buffer swapping. So gleft_w poll events is the best choice for rendering continuously like most games do. Maybe we need some sort of update method here or something. Are you done with the logger? Yes, I am. I am done with the logger. I was working on it over the weekend. This is my logger here. We got some macros here. Yeah, just a simple logger here. I was having issues. Look, I don't link a lot of shit, like link a lot of libraries and stuff in Visual Studio, but you know, like last episode, or I was struggling with just linking everything. But after I learned a little bit about, hang on, let's pull it up here. After I learned a little bit about pre-make, it just made everything so much easier, bro. Like, so yeah, now there's no more issues with linking the libraries or anything. I just link GLFW completely fine. So, yeah. Oh. So maybe we want to, let's take a look here. Shit, I'm trying to think. Okay, so we've properly initialized it, right? Maybe there's some things that we want to add here. Let's take a look at the getting started documentation. Create the window, making geoloc. Okay, we've done all this. Checking the window close flag. Receiving input events. So I think when I haven't watched Jono's video yet, but when I was looking at that, it was, I guess I'll put this on the screen, but all my shit's going everywhere now. Oh, what is this? Okay, that's the Leetcoding problem we did. Did I submit that? Yeah, I submitted this, right? Okay. Oh shit, I lost my my extension, dude. Shit. What was it called? Lead Hub, I think. Details removed. Dude, turn this shit on, bro. What's going on here? Where's my Lead Hub going, bro? The fuck is this? Oh, there we go. It's back, bro. My Lead Hub's back, dude. Gotta get this daily problem, bro. Ah, fuck it. We'll leave it. Alright. Keyboard input. Let's take a look here. If anyone has any ideas about how to do this, or how to think about doing this. Evening, brother. Google Probs heard my despair of C++ and thought, yeah, let's recommend. Google Probs heard my despair of C++ and thought, yeah, dude, I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Oh yeah, wow, we've got like 12 people watching. That's pretty cool, dude. Appreciate everyone being here. I'm working on a game engine right now, if anyone's interested. And it's my first time ever kind of working on a game engine, so I'm just learning. Reading a lot, so it might be a little boring, but I mean, that is programming. It's a lot of reading, so. We got mouse input here, text input. Sheesh. But really, we kind of want to look at this. GLFW, poll events, wait events. Guys, I'm not sure. I am not sure. Where is my other thing? Here it is. GLFW getting started. Let's put this shit over here. You would likely want to implement an update loop as your main application logic. It would iterate until the application is told to quit. Yeah. No, I agree. I believe I have that already. Yeah, so I do have a main loop in my application. I think I do. Where is my stuff? Maybe I haven't implemented it yet. Oh no, I have. So I have a main application loop here that I haven't obviously. What's the Leetcoding problem? It was just a daily problem, bro. That's all it was. I was just solving it earlier on the stream when I first started. Fuck, dude. Let's see here. Hope you're good, bro. Appreciate it, man. Thanks, bro. I'm doing good. Yeah, you too, bro. I hope you're good too, man. Hey, Max, long time no see. Yo, what's up, dude? Appreciate everyone being back, dude. Shit, we got 23 people in here. That's kind of crazy, bro. What's up, everyone? Working on a game engine, so appreciate everyone being here. Let's see here. I do need to catch up a little bit on Chono's game engine series a little bit, but I'm studying medical computer science, close to graduate, based in Germany. Currently, though, working on a homework paper. Required 2,000 words, my beloved. Shit, man, that's tough, bro. Homework paper, dude. 2,000 words. I can't write for shit, bro. I mean, I can write a paper, but it takes me fucking 2 years to write a paper. So, let's take a look back here. So we're getting an error here. I don't know why that's happening, but we will ignore that for now. Let's think about it here. So we probably want, like what you said, an on-update, right? So let's kind of come over here. Let's do a void on update. Right, not sure kind of what we're gonna have in here. That's pretty nice. So I've been out at university for a year now. Was studying general computer science, and now I'm a game developer. Let's go, dude. Game developer. Let's go, dude, bro. Let's go, dude. I do not miss school one bit. So let's take a look here. An on-update loop. Just like what I think it was VY Production said, this is going to poll our events. I think here that's what this is gonna do. Window. So I think we're gonna have, I don't know. I think we're gonna have to have the GLFW callbacks in the, what's up? Just got started in 3D OpenGL. Let's go, dude. Mirage, bro. The Airlines Generations haven't even started yet. Last time I was on your stream, you were practicing Leetcoding and looked for a job, and the other day saw you found one. Good luck, man. Thank you guys, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah, I found a job a couple months ago, so pretty excited. I start January 5th, so. I meant to have like a first week call coming up here soon, so I'm pretty excited about that. So I think in our window class we're gonna have to kind of look at all the events, all the, you know, keyboard input, like all sorts of stuff. But I think from memory, when I saw in, let's kind of take a look at the OpenGL stuff I was doing. I think from memory, can we like open it up? Project solution. OpenGL. Let's take a look. This is when I was following Chono's series. Save changes. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. Yeah. This is when I was following Chono's series and the OpenGL series. I believe we had needed another one. We needed GLM. So in our vendor here, we have GLM. Where's GLFW? Did we fucking have that shit? What the fuck? Stub image. I don't remember what that was used for. Probably need GUI. Let's take a look at our window class over there. Kind of what we did there. Kind of a little throwback here. Window. Where the fuck is window, dude? Do we not have a window class? How do you search for files, dude? And how to search for files? Visual Studio 22. I can't remember the shortcut. Does anyone know the shortcut? What is it? Someone sent me a thing. I just don't. Someone sent it to me in Discord, man, on the Discord. Shit, man. What was it called, dude? Someone DM'd it to me, I think. Can't really remember. You are pursuing a career in C++ as game dev or just a side project? Just a side project, bro. I've just been interested in C++ and I've been teaching myself over a little while. Where the fuck? Control Shift F on VS Code. Not sure if... Yeah, Control Shift F? Is this find and replace? Dude, I can't even Google it right now, bro. Like... How to search for files. Is it? I'm just gonna ask fucking Claude, dude. Maybe Claude can hit me up with. I want to look for the window class, bro. Do I not have a window class here, dude? What the fuck? I don't even remember. Like, let's take a look at this. Okay, so I did all my window application stuff in application. So let's take a look at kind of what we did. So we just have the while here. Okay, so we are doing kind of everything. We made the context. This is setting the frame rate. We initialized glue in it. I don't remember what glue. So we got glue.h and glfw. I just have to remind myself what glue is. Oh, it's control plus semicolon. Is it control plus control? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I should know this stuff, but okay, so it's sometimes I don't remember. All this OpenGL stuff is still fairly new to me. It's a cross-platform open source C++ extension loading library. Okay, we'll definitely have to add that, but okay. So yeah, it looks like we're kind of doing the same thing here. Maybe we kind of want to print the version. I saw we were printing the version somewhere, but glf get gl version. I guess we can just take that. But we have the blending here. This is where we're polling the events. Okay, cool. Let's open. Let's go back. Xvich. Okay, so looks like here we're gonna need. But as far as the update loop, it does appear you'll need to set all the callbacks for events you want to process. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We might do that in the window class too, honestly. But let's kind of just put this over here for now. Let's kind of just print our version here, right? I guess we can get rid of this, right? Just do nv_info glget string version. Shit, nv_core_info. Is that what it is? Yeah. Let's print our version here. But yeah, looks like here we're gonna have to do some of our callbacks here just in the window class, right? I guess in our update function, I think, whoops, we don't have that in our CPP. I guess it's our update function here, so void on update. glfw, what was it called? glfw, I think it was swap buffers and something else. Fuck me, dude. What was it called? Yeah, swap buffers and poll events. glfw. We poll our events in our loop here. Swap buffers, like what we had it in the other one. This takes our window, so m_window. What is wrong here? m_. I think it's the same thing, bro. What then? _window is undefined, bro. We have to pass it in. I thought we'd be able to just access it from here, bro. This is... Bro, what is happening here? Aren't we able to just access it from here, bro? The fuck? I don't know. Shit. Well, that's no, but we'll figure it out. Window. GLFW. Yeah, why the fuck? That's so weird, bro. I don't know. Missing window. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Sorry, didn't see that. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Do you remember the circle bounce project I was talking about earlier? If so, I just got started on it. I'm gonna finish it today. Yeah, let's go, dude. Dude, that's dope, bro. That's awesome. They're written as a member function. Yes, appreciate that, guys. Sorry, I kind of missed that. Let's see here. How do we want to do this? What are you working on? I'm working on a game engine, bro. And I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm trying to learn along the way. So we are gonna have to get glad, I think. Let's take a look here. GLFW swap, poll events. This looks like a shader code here, bro. What is going on? Oh, this is like a full class, dude. Damn, bro. What did someone say here? I'm guessing this is the 2D engine you were working on earlier. Yeah, man. This is the this is 2D. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not jumping to 3D yet. I'm trying to just really understand, kind of like the underlying stuff. And this is a very simple 2D engine, bro. I'm not like, it's not anything crazy or anything that I like. The features I have listed that I want are like fairly simple. At least I think. I'm trying to think about these callbacks here, how exactly I want to do this, because I've never done this before, so this is something I might have to watch a video on this, honestly. Yeah, I think I might have to watch a video, guys. Honestly, I am not sure how I'm going to go about doing this. But I believe... Let's take a look at Chono C++ game engine. We're going to watch this video for a bit, and this is going to be a quick stream anyway because I have to go in a little bit. So we're going to take a look at this video. Let's take a look at the playlist. OpenGL full course. Let's take a look here. Oh, not C++. Whoops. Where's the game engine series, dude? Here it is. Hey, would you implement your editor in the engine? Pretty new to engine dev, but I'm pretty sure you always have an editor with some GUI library, right? Yeah, mine's not going to be that, honestly, actually, I should probably talk about what exactly I'm going to have, actually, before we watch this. Let me jump into my email, and I emailed it to myself. Let's take a look here. And I'll send items here. This is what my engine's gonna have. Yeah, so here's my engine. So these are the features, right? We're just gonna have simple window, some OpenGL context. So I'll have to grab this library here. We have our logging system, which we already checked off the list, right? Abstraction of the shader class, you know, abstraction of vertex buffers, index buffers, vertex buffer arrays, right? Kind of what we did in the OpenGL series as I was kind of progressing through that this past month. A texture class, a basic 2D renderer, an input system, a simple ECS, and then a game loop, right? That's the goal. For more advanced people in here, it's probably going to be like, yeah, that's probably pretty straightforward. Probably can be done pretty quick. But for me, someone that's new to engine development, someone that's new to OpenGL in general, this is something that kind of I want to implement over the next month or so. And I kind of work on it here and there. So I also plan to keep kind of going through Cherno's engine series. I only just started on it, as you can see. But I think I'm going to... where is it? We're going to watch this video really quick, and then I think I'm going to end the stream because I have to... I have some stuff to do with some friends. So let's take a look at this.
Hey, what's up guys? My name is Cherno. Welcome back to my game.
I want to really understand kind of what we have to do here.
Last time we took a look at setting up pre-make for our kind of build system, our project generation system. Make sure you check out that video if you haven't already. And today we're going to have a good old-fashioned kind of planning session in which we plan what we're going to do next, which is going to be to kind of create an event system for our engine so that we can deal with window events that we will have to receive, such as, you know, the window being closed, the window being resized, input events such as mouse events or keyboard events. Whenever stuff like that
see here, create a... What about cameras? I know this is 2D, not 3D, but I think a camera edition would be nice. Yeah, I'm honestly, yeah, probably. But to create a callback, you want to first define a function and use that follows the required function signature, return type, and parameter list. Then you can pass the name of the function of the glfw set callback call. Okay.
happens in our engine.
Thank you for that,
VR.
I'm gonna
definitely
I'll definitely figure
and
out,
have a chance to handle it and just basically have Hazel be aware that things
My bad, bro, sorry.
So that's what today is going to kind of be about.
I just kind of want to go through his thing really quick. Let's skip this intro though.
Which is kind of like our kind of a representation of our, I mean, the run loop is probably one of the biggest things, which means that essentially it contains the loop that keeps everything running and keeps updating kind of our game all the time. But also, this being the central kind of hub for things, it also needs to be able to receive events so that it can dispatch them eventually to something called a layer.
Hello, what's up?
Layers in our games. Now,
what's up,
layers are something that we'll talk about in the future, so I won't mention them too much, because we'll have a separate video on that, and also they're not really 100% required by the scope of what we're going to be implementing in terms of this event system. So they're just something for the future. But just know that kind of the application will eventually propagate events to layers so that they can kind of deal with that. So, in terms of our application though, we have an application. This needs to be able to, since we're specifically talking, and then see how that communication is going to work. So our window class is a representation of our actual window that kind of makes up our application. So this is literally like, you know, a Windows kind of window with like a title bar. And like, you know, we might have like the triangle rendering and all of that stuff over here. And every time we receive events in this window, whether it be kind of the fact that a resize has taken place, someone's hit the close button, we have kind of mouse move events or whatever.
So I think this is what you're talking about here, VY, with
stuff, whenever that stuff happens, and you know,
callbacks,
keyboard events, whatever,
yeah,
all that, when all that stuff happens, our kind of windowing library or just the Win32 API or whatever way you class, we actually want to tie our application to the window class. So the window class should not be aware of our application class at all. The application class kind of creates a window, right? So it's clearly kind of aware of that, right? But I don't want the window class actually having any knowledge of application. That's not really a link that should exist. So what we need to do actually is create some kind of method for kind of messaging back all of these events to the application so the application can kind of deal with them. And because the application creates a window, it has the ability obviously to kind of set up all of that kind of messaging system. So long story short, this is what happens. When an event occurs inside our actual window, this window class will receive an event callback, right? And then what it has to do is construct essentially a Hazel event and then somehow propagate it back to application. Okay?
So the application usually receives these events from the
first of all, Hazel event, right? What do we need?
Okay.
Well, we need some kind of event class.
How long have you been programming in C++, VY?
Which contains all the details required.
How long have you been doing games and game engine stuff?
So, a mouse click, right? I've just moved my mouse and I've clicked it over here. What kind of information do we need? Well, we definitely need kind of the X and Y position of that click. as well as it contains data type. So that window to actually hold like an application pointer or something like that. But instead what we want to do is essentially give the opportunity for this application to provide window with a callback. Now, this can be something as simple as just a function pointer. In fact, we'll kind of deal with that first to begin with, and then from our application class, so that every time that this window gets an event, it can check to see if the callback is present, right? So if the callback isn't null, and if the callback isn't null, it's going to call the callback with this event data, okay? And then, since basically application will have a function called
Been doing programming for about
event,
7 years, started
which
in
might,
Lua,
you
then
know,
started
take in
like
something like
college
an
in
event
2020. That's dope, dude.
reference, right?
That's cool.
It's going to call this function.
Yeah, I've only been doing
from
C++ for about
okay, so Windows doesn't actually know
4
about
months,
application,
bro, maybe.
but if we set a callback,
Probably something
Windows
like that.
does know about this function.
Maybe 3
And
months.
so Windows will call this function with this kind of data.
So a lot
And
of it is very
suddenly,
new to me.
application which has an on-event function and on-event method on itself, right? This will get called with all of the event data. The reason that kind of we construct it probably on the stack right there, and then we immediately call this function. So it's not, it kind of, you know, pauses all of the other events while we deal with this event. And so that's why it's kind of called a blocking event. Now, in the future, you could create something like a buffered event data elsewhere, proceeds to other events, and then maybe once per frame, we kind of go through that queue of events, like an event.
Let's take a look at the
kind
event
of
list, 'cause I gotta
dispatch
head
the
out in a
event
little
to
bit.
anything that requires, propagate that event down the layer stack so that all the layers have a chance to kind of receive that mouse button press event and handle it, and maybe
So an
block
on-event function.
further layers from receiving that event.
Okay, I think I kind of understand. I'm gonna end the stream here, guys. I appreciate everyone watching. I wasn't expecting so many people to join. Usually it's pretty quiet around here, but if you guys are interested, you guys should check out my GitHub and give me a follow. I appreciate everyone being here. Sorry, I would stream for a few hours, but I have something going on, so I got to start getting ready for it. So, yeah, just follow me at GitHub. There's also a Discord in the description. If you guys are interested in joining the community, you guys should join the Discord. Appreciate everyone being here. It's been crazy. We're nearly like 30 viewers. I was not expecting that, but appreciate everyone being here. But I plan to keep working on the game engine. Keep planning to keep having streams, probably definitely longer ones. But yeah, appreciate all the help, VY, and a bunch of the other people here. So, been doing programming. I use to tutor CS students C++. So I could say you're definitely diving into more advanced topics that a CS education will give you in 4 months in. Yeah, man, my CS education didn't really give me anything to do with C++. So I just learned in my own time. But I do a lot of web development stuff. That's kind of what I've had. A lot of projects in the past. I do a lot of React and Node applications, and so yeah. Hey, you're in my hometown. Let's go, dude. There you go, bro. Small world. But yeah, appreciate you guys being here. So yeah, you guys definitely follow my GitHub. I'll follow you guys back. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Probably tomorrow or Wednesday. I plan to stream, so I'm gonna keep working on this. Probably have some more progress, but yeah, appreciate all the love, guys. Peace, dude. See you guys later. Bye bye.